Christmas at the Coleman house was always a show, but not for the right reasons. My mom, Diane, adored appearances. Perfect holiday decor, perfect photos, perfect family. As long as my older sister Brianna was the star. I, Ashley, was just the background noise. This year was supposed to be simple gifts only. Mom kept saying, finances are tight, no ask for anything big. So on Christmas morning, I walked into the living room expecting pajamas, maybe a candle, or nothing, honestly. Nothing felt more realistic. But then I saw it. A massive gold bow, wrapped around a brand new Lexus LX, parked right outside the window, shining like it came straight out of a commercial. And standing beside it, my sister. Brianna squealed, "Oh my God, Mom, you didn't have to do this!" Oh, she did, because Diane lived for favoritism. I stared at the $117,000 luxury SUV as Brianna danced around the driveway barefoot in her Christmas pajamas. Then Mom handed me a small, cheap, dollar store-looking gift bag. Inside, a $5 mug that said, "Be grateful." The irony, the audacity, the cheapness. I looked at Mom. She smiled like she'd done something inspirational. "See, Ashley, life is fair. You and your sister both got what you deserved." I didn't say a word, because the thing about quiet people, we don't stay quiet forever. We wait. Christmas dinner was somehow worse. Mom gushed over Brianna's Lexus the entire meal. "You can borrow it sometimes," Brianna teased. Mom laughed like that was the funniest idea on earth. "Ashley doesn't need a nice car. She barely drives anywhere important." I swallowed my anger, my pride, and my dignity. And later, at around 2 a.m., while everyone slept, I placed my gift on the dining table, my $5 mug, with a little surprise inside. A folded receipt, a note, and a flash drive. Then I quietly packed my bag, grabbed my jacket, and walked out. Not just out of the house, out of their lives. Because this time, I wasn't going quietly. That morning, I woke up to 20 missed calls, 30 texts, and one very angry voicemail from Mom. "Ashley Jean Coleman, get back here right now! You ruined Christmas!" I sipped my gas station coffee, sitting inside my own little used Corolla, and pressed play on her next message. "What did you put in that mug?" Ah, she'd found it, which meant the revenge had begun. Flashback to last year. Mom used my Social Security number, without my permission, to open a credit card in my name. She racked up over $8,400, never paid it off, ruined my credit. And when I confronted her months ago, she smiled and said, "You owe me your life. Consider this payback." So I quietly collected evidence, credit reports, statements, screenshots, financial records. I filed a report. I froze my credit, and I waited. The flash drive inside that cheap mug contained everything. Copies of her fraudulent applications, screenshots of her texts admitting it, emails where she pretended to be me, the addresses she used, and the name of the store she bought herself a Cartier bracelet using my identity. The note I left was simple. "Mom, life is fair. Enjoy the Lexus and the federal investigation." By 9 a.m., the texts were escalating. "Ashley, please call me. You didn't have to do this. We can fix it. It was just a credit card. You're being dramatic. You're ruining your sister's day." But the best one? "They took the Lexus!" Turns out, the Lexus wasn't bought with money Mom had saved. She used that same fraudulent credit line she'd opened under my name, a $117,000 purchase, in my identity, on my credit, without my consent. And guess what? The dealership had already been notified by the bank. Fraud alert, recovery order, vehicle repossession. Merry Christmas, Brianna! Later that afternoon, my dad texted me. He'd divorced my mom years ago and had no idea what she'd been doing. His message said, "Ashley, I'm so sorry. I had no clue. I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself. Come stay here until things settle." So I did. When I arrived, Dad opened the door and hugged me like he'd been waiting his whole life to do it. "You didn't deserve any of that," he said. "I know," I whispered. He looked me in the eyes. "Are you ready to rebuild?" I nodded. And that was the first moment in years I actually felt safe. 3 weeks later, Mom was under investigation. Brianna had to give back the Lexus. My credit was restored, and I had a new job lined up out of state. Mom tried messaging again. "Ashley, please, we're family. You didn't have to go to the police. We're suffering because of you. You're ungrateful." I blocked her, because sometimes the best gift you can give toxic people is silence, and the best gift you can give yourself is freedom. Now, every time I sip coffee in the morning, I smile, not because of revenge, but because of peace. Because I finally learned you can't control how a family treats you, but you can control who you allow in your life. And sometimes walking away is the loudest revenge there is.